All right, guys, everybody talked about Ryan Garcia. Now it's Papi's turn. So, first of all, I don't condone pets whatsoever, period. But let's talk about the inconsistencies, the penalties, the millions of dollars. I do not understand it. We should have a commission, okay, that oversees everything, every state, because Canelo Alvarez gets popped in a different state, gets 6 months. Shane Mosley gets popped and gets 0. So you're telling me that Ryan Garcia gets a year and millions of dollars? That is not right. Let's talk about Devin Haney now. Devin Haney, you're pathetic. You're dancing around in the bowling alley because you got your decision reversed. Nobody's gonna forget about that beating you took. Oh, and let's not forget, you're accusing me of not paying you? Bro, you just do not sell. That's the bottom line. You can audit my company anytime you want. I pay every fighter, and I'm pretty sure you got that from Canelo, what he started. So, bro, that 1-year layoff, that retirement, just enjoy it. Fuck you.
And those are the very colorful words of Oscar Delahoya. And he goes in on the, cover up, the, what do you call it? The damage control. There you go. Of, hey, I don't control PEDs, but the inconsistencies. Ryan Garcia, then Canelo gets this, and then Shane Mosley gets that. And listen, I'll say to this, and I'll say this about that. Okay, 2018, Canelo Alvarez got popped with clenbuterol. Then, a little bit after that, the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, wanted, and I think he did, raise the limit of clenbuterol that you are allowed to have, okay? Because if you live in Mexico and you eat the meat, that's what's in the meat, okay? Shane Mosley, that was 20 years ago. And I'll say this about that. The inconsistencies, I think, is due to time. Okay, I think for one, Canelo Alvarez didn't fight anybody yet. Okay, he's supposed to fight Triple G right away, but the reason they didn't fight in the second fight was because of the test that he failed. Okay, so I think that brings a huge play into things versus what actually happened with Ryan. See, Ryan already fought Devin Haney. So then people could, they could discuss and claim the damage that Devin Haney took from the juiced up Ryan. So that's the difference. Sugar Shane Mosley, that was 20 some odd years ago. Mind you, it was 20 some odd years ago when that happened. Okay, so things change over time. Unfortunately for Ryan Garcia, he's in the now. And I do think they made an example out of him just a bit because they want to show the seriousness of this. And it's a different state. And this is the United States of America, but honestly, it's just the states of America when it comes to law. Because it doesn't mean shit united. No, because every state, every county, every parish, right? Like in Louisiana, they have their own shit. They do what they want to do. They make their own rules. Okay? So you have state and government. That's a state issue. You can't do anything about that. That happened in New York. It didn't happen in California. If it happened in California, I can understand Oscar De La Hoya having a case of argument because it's like, okay, well, he was in the same state and he got a different case. So that's different. You know what I mean? So was Sugar Shane Mosley. He wasn't fighting up in New York. Unfortunately for Ryan Garcia, he was fighting in New York. And he did test positive. But I do agree with the Devin Haney ruling 50-50 of how Devin responded. He's like, look, you're not going to forget that beating you took. You won't. Nobody will. Everybody will look at Haney versus Garcia, and they will see Garcia beat him from pillar to post. And see, here's the thing. For Oscar De La Hoya to say that at the same time, the first damage control statement that he said is contradicting. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. Fight him again clean. Fight him again clean. I would want, if I'm me being Oscar, I would want to promote the idea of a second fight with a well tested Ryan Garcia that actually makes the weight. Not come in at bullshit 143, knowing that you would not, that's just crazy. Because we had no recollection, okay, or no prior knowledge of Ryan coming in that damn big. So if he came in at 143, he came in at probably 153. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much weight he tried. I'm not sure. Tried to lose. So I'm not sure. But Oscar Delahoya talking about Devin Haney and saying he doesn't sell. Well, it just didn't happen that way. I remember Eddie Hearn stating something like that. Well, they got their money. They just thought they would get a lot more based on what they claimed that the fight did, and it didn't do what was said or reported it to be. Okay? It didn't sell like that. That's what Oscar's talking about. And then he's still trying to poke at Canelo because Canelo did say, hey, he's robbing his fighters, which I never heard Oscar to ever do that. So I don't know where he's getting that from. Okay, so that's what it is. As far as that goes, right? But Oscar De La Hoya has spoken, and you guys tell me what you think of Oscar De La Hoya on Ryan Garcia and his verdict. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!